Ladies and gentlemen, the podcast episode that you're about to watch is a little bit outdated, and I humbly apologize for that. We upload every Saturday, but going forward, as we'll talk about in this episode, we're actually going to be uploading every other Saturday, and we're going to do some reevaluating with the way that we do our content. But the reason I'm doing this face-to-face with you right now is because in this episode, we are going to be diving very deep into the Trump tariffs. And if you aren't keeping up with the news, I just wanted to clarify that this is outdated and that as of today, as I'm recording this, Trump has rescinded all of his tariffs except for the ones on China and the base 10% reciprocal quote-unquote tariffs. So every single country has 10% tariffs still, and that's just going to be inflationary. It's quite literally going to be only inflationary, but a lot less than it was going to. But now we're also reportedly seeing tariffs of 145% on China. So after we filmed this episode, the next day, the market shot the hell back up because everyone was like freaking out that the tariffs were going away. But then people started to realize that, we have like 145% tariff on China. And also we still have 10% tariffs on everything else. And that's also just not going to be good. And it's definitely not going to bring any manufacturing to America because 10% tariff is nothing. It's just going to raise prices of shit a little bit. So the market is now, it went way up and everyone was like, whoa, it's up. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Everything's awesome again. Trump's a genius. And then everyone was like, wait, okay, stuff's not still that good. And then it shot back down. So as of now, when I'm recording this on Thursday, the market was way down when we recorded this, like a couple days ago. It went way up on like Wednesday. And now it's way back down, okay? And we'll see what happens. So I apologize if even this is outdated. Everything is so volatile and unstable right now that it's really hard to keep up with it. So I apologize, but enjoy this episode regardless. It's just sort of a deep dive into how the tariffs would affect everything. And it's not entirely irrelevant because it's only a 90-day pause that Donald Trump has put on these tariffs. So they likely will be coming back and we will be facing them again. So it's still worth talking about. And we also talk about some other stuff in this episode as well. So, all right. Let's get into the episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. We were just kind of ranting off air, and then we were like, let's start recording so we can catch some of this. Today we're going to talk about some stuff. Some very fun stuff. The market has been literally falling off the face of the planet here in America, and we're going to talk about that and why, and these Trump tariffs, and how they're really a tax. They're a form of sales tax.
Yeah, it's a flat tax.
It's essentially a regressive sales tax that will disproportionately be, felt by the consumer, and then will be used to pay for tax cuts for billionaires, as well as it's just an entire insane situation. So we're gonna get into that and the whole. Is there sense behind the Trump tariffs? The strategy, if there is one. 104% tariff on China. We just got the news.
Yeah, 7 minutes ago from Democracy Now! And like one, I think it was like some other
I
news.
saw the AP, I think, reported on it
AP.
or something. So we're talking about all of that stuff. We're also going to be talking about how we have a 10K.
Oh, yeah, 10K coming up 3
Saturday.
days from now.
Yeah, when you guys are seeing this, we're going to be literally, when this comes out, we're going to be running the 10K.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be done with the 10K.
We'll be done, but yeah, it'll.
But hell yeah,
we're
gonna
done
hopefully we make it. And whereas J.P. Morgan up the recession chance to 60%.
It's probably fucking more than that now.
Yeah, by the time you guys are watching this, could be a lot different.
We could be in a recession.
Yeah, we might be. Hell,
some say we are in one now.
Some say we've been in. The consumers have been in one for years.
Yeah.
And then also Ryder put the stock market is cooked thanks to Trump. So, same thing.
It's also
one more thing. And we're going to be going to bi-weekly podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
For a little bit.
You want to talk about that first?
Yeah, let's get into... Well, let's talk about this tariff stuff first, I think. We should start there.
I just want to say one thing about the tariff thing before we start getting too more into it. It's good, and Trump's pretty much saying, fuck everyone.
Yeah, he's based. Oh.
Yeah, he's based.
Talk MAGA.
Oh, my God. It was just like, it's just a tax. It's just making your life more difficult.
Let's break it down.
Yeah.
What is a tariff? It's a tax. It is a literal tax that we use to put on people who import goods into America.
That can be made in-house.
Corporations. Usually it's used to, if there's something that's being produced for cheaper, maybe unethically or maybe, in a different country that we're importing instead of making here when we could make it here. Traditionally, the tariff is supposed to be used to incentivize the corporations to move the manufacturing to America to make it, because if it's cheaper over here, but it's unethical here, and it's cheaper here and it's ethical here, and we can, make sure that their labor is correct and stuff like that, then we want them to do it here instead. But that's not what they're doing here. That is partially what they're claiming they're doing, but it's not gonna do that because we don't have the ability to make a lot of this shit here. And the way the tariff always works, regardless if it's doing its job properly, is it goes from the corporation, has to pay that much to import it. And if they don't have the ability to do it here, and even if they do, it's probably going to cost them more. There's probably a reason that they were doing it over there instead.
Yeah.
And so they get that extra cost. And what do you think they do with that extra cost? Do they go, well, I guess we'll just, see our profits drop a little bit?
Yeah.
Fucking no.
No. They're not going to do that
They're going to say, okay, well, that's the case. Then we're going to have to raise our prices a little bit to keep up with our profits.
Dude, like iPhones are going to increase by like so much.
Cars are going to increase.
Yeah.
Coffee is going to increase. Diamonds are going to increase. Everything.
Yeah.
And even if something, I saw this video talking about how even a fucking Florida-grown tangerine orange, that is made in America. But despite that, you still got to understand that the price of
the irrigation,
the price to repair the truck that drives it to the grocery store, the grocery store itself has lights and all these different batteries and refrigerators and all these different things. Some of this stuff is going to be made in different countries. And regardless, when they have to repair these things that are going to be now more expensive thanks to these tariffs, even the price of your fucking tangerine, your fucking eggs, it doesn't matter. Even if this stuff is made in America, having blanket tariffs on everything from every country is just going to have inflation on the consumer.
Yeah, and it's also like if they were to use the tariff in a smart way or just like do it in a smart way, more competent, targeted way, because they're really being not so competent in general with this whole tariff situation. They would like start building up manufacturing, which would take years
beforehand.
It's not like factories are going to start poofing out of existence once like the whole economy is screwed.
And even if they try to, it's going to take a while.
Yeah, it's going to take like
if they have to take
years.
A while, and also when they make that, when they create the area, it's also going to lead to inflation because they're going to have to pay to build this factory and pay these employees fair wages now instead of using like child labor in China.
Yeah.
And so it is going to cause inflation regardless, even if they're used properly. But because they're doing blanket tariffs with no strategy and no fucking purpose, it's just across the board inflation for no reason.
Yeah. And also it's like, it's just like you're gonna make inflation go up. Like inflation is already expected to go back up to 3%.
Yeah.
By the end of this year.
Yeah.
That's just this year. That's not like the next 4 years that we have to deal with Trump for.
I mean, as we'll get into the stock market and how that's been collapsing. But my main concern is not really with the stock market because I don't really have any money in the stock market. But my mom has like a 403k or whatever you call it. Anyways, it's the same kind of thing, a 401k basically. Where people have I do feel bad about the whole stock market stuff because people who are about to retire and have all their money in this 401k getting ready to take it out, now it's fucking is falling off a cliff, and it's like that's not okay.
I was listening to the Majority Report from the one from yesterday last night at work, and like they were talking like someone lost like $100,000.
Yeah,
just and the Trump administration like don't care about that. That's
Dave
that's
Portnoy.
No big deal. Yeah,
came out and said he lost 20 mil.
20 mil.
Even Aiden Ross came out and was like, "I'm pissed. I'm losing money. Goddamn it! I thought Trump was great."
Yeah, I feel like these people are gonna wake up at the wrong time.
Even Ben Shapiro is like, "This is the biggest tax rate on American consumers in history."
Yeah,
that's what he said. That's what Ben fucking Shapiro said.
Yeah, he's like, "Mr. President, don't drop the bag, please."
Fox
Mr.
News
President.
removed their Dow ticker because they were so scared about it falling so hard.
Yeah,
Fox fucking News even is like talking about how they literally had a big ass list of things that were going to increase when tariffs hit. Like, it is undoubtedly, everybody knows that this is going to cause inflation. And now all of a sudden, everyone's okay with inflation that was a Trump supporter. That's the whole reason he's in office.
Dude, because it's going to be worth it in the long term.
No, because when Biden did inflation, it was the woke kind.
Yeah, it was
now we got the based kind.
It was the woke inflation. Now it's going to be based.
Wokeflation. We had gayflation.
Yeah, we had some woke.
We had transflation.
Yeah, we had trans gayflation.
Oh my
god.
No, but it's just insane. It's just
Dude, yeah.
I mean,
it's insane.
Like I agree that we should have, we shouldn't outsource everything to like cheap labor in these foreign countries that are probably not safe or fair labor conditions. Like I agree that we should have some of this stuff in America, but to just blanketly tariff every country, even fucking like the ones that are uninhabited and just have like penguins on them, it's like, this is pointless. There's clearly no thought here.
Yeah, no, there's no thought. Zero
it's fucking
thought.
Ridiculous.
Dude, the equation that they use. I mean, I watched Atriarch talk about it, and he's like, yeah, this is literally like stupid. There's no thought really going into it.
And didn't he like, I'm pretty sure when they were, because it was reciprocal tariffs, quote unquote.
So it was like,
when they were choosing what reciprocal means, like when they were showing what the tariff was on us from these other countries, they would like loop in a bunch of other stuff as tariffs.
Yeah,
like
so they were
import.
They were doing like the trade deficit times whatever we were giving to them, or it was something like that, because I remember it was like pi times that divided by something.
See if I can find the Trump tariff formula here.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, it was like,
what?
Okay, here's it.
This guy talk about it.
Here that the president has proposed is equal to the country's exports to the U.S. minus the imports from the United States divided by these three things, okay? And you say these two things, the White House has got it completely wrong.
The formula you have there, basically what it does, it divides the trade deficit, which is the numerator here, by total imports, which is the M in the denominator. And then to make their approach look a little more sophisticated, they added those two Greek letters, epsilon and phi.
Oh god.
The epsilon they set at 4, and phi they set at 0.25. So they cancel out in the U.S. Trade Representative's report on the matter. Now they claim that they picked that value for phi, which is the change in import prices when a tariff changes. They claim that they picked that 0.25 based on a result in a research paper, but they picked the wrong number. That number should be close to 1. 1, of course, is 4 times as big as 0.25. So if you put in the right number, the change in the tariff goes down by a factor of 4. And so every tariff they calculated based on this formula is 4 times higher than it should be. I don't think much of the approach makes sense even conceptually, but if we're going to take their approach seriously, if we're going to say we're going to base our tariffs, our entire international trading system on this formula, they have to put in the right numbers and do the calculation correctly.
Have you taken this to them? Do they acknowledge that they have a bum number in here?
Cabinet member has been asked about this. Peter Navarro was asked about this yesterday morning. They have not disagreed with us on the substance. In fact, what we've seen is that senior members of the administration, Steve Myron yesterday, who's the chairman of the Council of Economic Advisors, Scott Bessent this morning, who's the Treasury Secretary, they have both said, we had nothing to do with this formula. That was other people in the administration. And so, normally if you're convinced of the accuracy, the wisdom of your policies, you do not point fingers at other people in the administration and say, they came up with this, we did not.
That is insane. I mean, that just shows, but also, I think, I keep saying there's no strategy, but I don't think that's true. I think there is a strategy, but I don't think it's the strategy that they're trying to present that it is. I don't think they give a shit about restoring American manufacturing. Maybe a little bit. Maybe some of them care a little bit. Maybe Trump cares about that. I don't know.
The people around him definitely don't.
I think that the main objective with the Trump tariffs is, again, to implement this regressive tax that is, yes, paid by the corporations directly, but is then passed on to the consumer and, paid for by us, by me and you. And it's just a way to raise money. I mean, even Donald Trump was like, it's going to raise $1 trillion by next year. That's what he said recently. He said it's going to raise $1 trillion by next year. If that's the case, that's money literally coming from us.
Yeah.
And guess where that's gonna fucking go? It's gonna go to renewing the Trump tax cuts that will literally give billionaires the free range to just continue. Paying jack shit in taxes compared to us. I mean, marginally, like, comparatively, percentage wise, it's just fucking ridiculous. It is. It is a literal regressive tax to kill the only progressive tax we have. Essentially.
Yeah, literally.
It is insane, and if they really cared about making $1 trillion, there's a way that we could do that.
They go after Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg.
Exactly. We could raise the high marginal tax rate. We could implement a capital gains tax, which wouldn't be doing anything right now. I saw someone say, like, they said they were going to remove capital gains, and I didn't know what they meant like this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
And,
oh, my gosh.
We could go after the $600 billion that's evaded in taxes every single year, maybe.
Really?
Yeah, there's a $600 billion tax gap every year. Actually, I think it's closer to $800 billion is the tax gap every year.
Yeah.
So we could hire more IRS agents to go after those missed funds, stuff like that. But we're not doing any of that. Instead, we're doing essentially a regressive sales tax to get all the money from us.
Yeah.
We're also cutting federal government programs to make room for the same tax cuts that we're talking about. Like, the whole thing revolves around making the billionaires around Trump happy with their tax cuts, and they'll kill your grandma.
Oh,
if they have to.
They'll be like, she doesn't need this life-saving treatment.
Exactly, but they also still need money. They still need money to deport all these people. I saw something earlier. It's going to cost about $1,000 to deport in each individual person, I think, to El Salvador or whatever.
Jesus Christ. Because they're still paying like Boeing or whoever to jet them down there.
And plus, we still gotta have money to send to Israel.
Yeah, you forgot about that.
We can't.
You gotta send the $8.8 billion.
Exactly.
So they can kill more aid workers and bury them in a ditch.
I'm fucking pissed, by the way. Can I show? Okay, I need to show you this.
Yeah.
I should talk about this. So, and then we could talk about the tariffs affecting the economy. Which, we can get into that a little bit more. I saved this thing yesterday. It's a BBC article. I have it on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's from the official BBC Instagram page. I saw this and I was fucking losing my mind. So this is BBC. They reported airstrikes on Gaza follow heaviest rocket fire by Hamas in months. Israel has hit Gaza with airstrikes after one of the heaviest rocket fire assaults by Hamas in months. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu ordered a, quote, strong response. The Hamas-run health ministry said at least 56 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza over the past 24 hours. Okay, this is just the most insane, insincere...
It's like, why are you guys firing back? Let us just kill you all.
Yeah, literally that's what it is.
Mean,
it's like the way that they discredit...
Yeah, they're just like...
everything that Israel did by saying, oh, well, the Hamas-run... terrorist health ministry was like... told us this information, so take it with a grain of salt. But then they call Israel's airstrikes that reportedly, even according to this article, has killed 56 Palestinians in the past 24 hours. They call it Israel has hit them with airstrikes. But then they call Hamas's one fucking form of resistance, the one fucking thing they've done in forever because they've been fucking getting
plummeted,
bombed to oblivion. The one time that Hamas does anything, they call it the heaviest rocket fire assault by Hamas.
I didn't even know they had that capabilities to do that. Honestly,
I'm pretty sure. Let me look at this. I saw a comment yesterday. I need to look this up because I read something that said that literally no one died in the rocket strike.
Yeah,
Israel carries out airstrike. Okay, this is the same article actually. Was anyone killed though? Oh, one person was wounded by falling debris.
Yep. So let's plummet them.
So yeah. Israel kills 56 people in 24 hours, according to the Hamas-run health ministry, which is a fucking ridiculous way of saying that, by the way. But then when Gaza wounds one person with their largest assault in months, they act like it's a fucking insane thing to do. I'm not saying we should bomb Israel or anything. I'm not saying I'm for sending rockets to Israel and bombing anybody there, but the way of reporting this is fucking insane.
Yeah.
And when you fucking, on the daily, I kid you not, I see videos coming from Gaza of decapitated children. I see videos of lifeless babies every single day, and I'm fucking sick of seeing that. And I open my feed and I see a video. I mean, we should talk about this too.
Yeah.
15 aid workers in Gaza were killed.
Yeah.
And then and Israel continued to lie about it.
Yeah.
And then they buried them in a mass grave along with their ambulance.
The van.
And this shit is happening every day. And I saw yesterday a journalist was literally burning alive and reportedly died today. There was videos of him literally sitting there and his family trying to grab him out, but they had to run away from the fire that was engulfing their entire house and their tents and stuff. It is fucking insane. Every single day, they're demolishing houses, they're blowing up hospitals, and you can see bodies flying out of them. And we're sitting here going, they bombed back and wounded one person. That's unacceptable. What the fuck are we talking about here?
No, that's ridiculous because it's like Israel gets U.S. weapons.
Yeah.
Every couple, they get money, which is just like the U.S. just sends them weapons because pretty much the U.S. government paying like Lockheed Martin and all these like military industrial complex companies to send weapons over to Israel.
Yeah.
And they use American bombs, American jets. If we just Bernie Sanders called a vote to deny it, but obviously it was
Cory Booker voted no.
Yeah,
he said no, we need to keep doing it.
Yeah, Cory Booker's like, we need to keep killing innocent civilians.
Yeah, I'm not satisfied yet.
Yeah,
need more of that.
Yeah, but they just like, it's just so fucking frustrating.
It really is,
because it's like what's the point of fucking bombing them now? You guys like fucking turn the whole fucking Gaza Strip into like a fucking rubble site. Yeah, pretty much.
And yesterday. We're recording this. Netanyahu went to the White House and spoke with.
The public press conference was like canceled.
It was.
I'm pretty sure
there was videos of them talking.
Oh, okay, maybe not. But
Trump's like, nobody wants to live in Gaza anymore. It's a shithole. It's basically what he was saying. He's like,
and then Netanyahu was like,
yes, Netanyahu was sitting there the whole time like.
Like what you're saying, Mr. President. Let's go in there now.
I mean, it's fucking crazy, dude.
Dude, honestly, I'm surprised they haven't even gone in because pretty much it's just fucking like rubble sites. I mean, not saying we should build like a fucking like French Riviera hotels or anything, but I'm just saying it's like fucking destroyed.
It is. It's totally destroyed.
Because there's
Israel's over 1 million people there, though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Israel's literally committed more war crimes, dude. I was looking at a graph actually about like Israel's like bombings and stuff. This is the most like modern day like bombings and everything on an intense scale in since like World War II. I'm pretty sure, and comparative to what we did because we had the freaking bomb Germany out of oblivion so they would surrender. I mean, because Hitler was just hiding in a fucking bunker.
Right.
And the bombing that we did, which we bombed the fuck out of Europe. We bombed a lot of and mostly German cities with like innocent civilians. Anyways, but it was just like compared to what Israel's done. I mean, that's small.
Yeah,
which is crazy because that's like crazy. We dropped like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of tons of bombs.
God dang,
on there.
That's insane.
It's been like what 2 years now since October 7th.
A little under 2 years. Okay. It was 2023 October 7th. That's what started the war. That's what started it. No, it fucking wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just really bugs me to see the way that the news likes to report on this stuff. Like they're just like, well, we've been killing like dozens of children a day and like blowing up schools and hospitals and stuff. But don't think about all that. Think about how they fought back after that. You know what I mean? They shouldn't have done that. Because Israel is the most what do they call it? The most ethical democracy or something.
I don't know
what I'm talking about. They say like
they can fuck themselves. Honestly,
no, that's just fucking crazy. It's like,
it's also like when they report on like the Hamas-run health ministry. I'm like, you guys are so like, you guys are literally like demonizing like a fucking hospital.
Yeah,
like the one hospital they have left.
Yeah, it's like oh, Israel bombed a hospital. Yeah, but it was like run by Hamas. It's like,
yeah,
what are we talking about here?
And they have like no one really on their side.
I mean, it's fucking crazy. I also saw this morning Let me see if I saved this, or I think I sent it to you. It was
Capitalism is a death cult.
yeah, it was this Israel like spokesperson, and they said like not a single grain of wheat will make it into the Gaza Strip or something like that.
Dude, I saw actually. I was like,
right here.
Okay.
Israel finance minister said, not even a grain of wheat will enter Gaza.
What the fuck? Like that's like okay, you're just admitting that you're starving a population. That's like a war crime.
Yeah, just straight up. The blockade let's read this whole thing. Israel has kept Gaza's border crossings closed since the beginning of March, halting the flow of humanitarian and relief and medical aid into the territory, leading to an unprecedented humanitarian crisis, according to local government and human rights reports, which, the mainstream media would be like, oh, yeah, the Hamas-run human rights campaign,
Yeah.
UNICEF has announced that there is 21 malnutrition treatment centers that have closed in Gaza due to Israel's brutal military offense. The blockade was part of a renewed assault on Gaza that has killed nearly 1,400 people and wounded over 3,400 others since the 18th of March, despite a ceasefire and a prisoner exchange agreement. Yeah.
It's just like...
it's insane.
It's insane. It's just like, there's been so many reports. I mean, the UN report that came out recently, I think like a couple weeks ago or something, where like Israel soldiers have been kind of on a sexual assault rampage in Gaza for a while. And it's just crazy and just like insane.
Yeah. Okay, wait, also, while we're on the topic of Gaza and stuff, we should talk about this whole aid thing a little bit more in depth.
Oh, yeah.
Aid workers.
The aid worker stuff. That happened, what, 2 days ago, yesterday or something?
Well, it happened a while ago. But the video dropped recently. So,
okay, yeah.
Here, I had this. This is a funny, tweet. Not funny, but it's, it's good. It's a tweet. So, it's this is Israel. So, the IDF admitted that they basically... so, okay, here's the situation. Aid workers were in Gaza.
Yeah.
And... they suddenly disappeared.
Yeah.
Israel came out and they were like, we didn't do anything. We don't know about it. And then it came out that, they were killed and buried in a mass grave along with their ambulances. And then they're like, but they were like Hamas or whatever. And then they were like, okay, so it turns out they're not Hamas, but they actually were driving suspiciously and had their headlights off, so they looked like dangerous, so we defended ourselves. And then they dropped a video that literally showed they all had their lights on appropriately. Yeah. They were driving the way that they were supposed to. They were not Hamas or whatever. And they were just assaulted by a bunch of IDF people that just shot them all and killed them. And there's video of it. And you can even hear one of the people who pulled out his phone and filmed, I guess it was on his phone, I don't know. And he's praying. He says one last prayer. He says Mom, I'm sorry.
He's like, forgive me, mother.
Forgive me.
I've life chosen to help others.
Yeah. And there's a big, situation with that, but it's just really insane. This is the one that I was talking about. Yeah, this person said, Israel war crime checklist. We didn't do it. Okay, we did it, but they were Hamas. Okay, not Hamas, but they were suspicious. Okay, they were clearly civilians, but it was an accident. We'll investigate. Our investigation found no wrongdoing. It's right. You're investigating. That's oh my gosh.
We're investigating. We'll get back to you in a couple of days. Oh, we didn't do anything wrong. Yeah. Move on.
I don't want to show the video or anything, but I would highly recommend you look it up. I mean, you probably
I saw the video by now. It's like they're driving and then they get out.
And they have clearly had their lights on. Yeah, clearly civilians in ambulances.
Yeah.
And then they start getting shot at and running away, and then they all die.
Yeah, the IDF just buried it. It was like, no one's gonna find it or maybe care if they do, and then
type of shit's happening every single day.
Crazy,
and it's really annoying.
It's insane that they're just gonna get away with killing everyone in Gaza.
And this is what our tariffs are gonna do. This is what our tariffs are going to. They're going to give Elon Musk a bigger tax cut. Yeah. They're going to kill children in Gaza. That's literally what our what our tariffs are going to. If you want to talk about government efficiency, you care about how your tax dollars are being spent. Maybe they should go to programs that help everyday Americans like they were.
Yeah.
Maybe actually they should do more of that. But Now they're gonna go
Now they're
even
gonna go to
harder.
billionaires
now we
and
gutted
war
all that
criminals.
stuff.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna give it all to Israel, and we're gonna give it all to billionaires. So great.
Billionaires in the Netanyahu government.
Exactly.
That's where your tax dollars are going to. Maybe like 0.8%, 0.80% to like Social Security, Medicaid, and
Exactly.
Medicare, and like
We don't need all that
0.1% of to food stamps,
Woke, anyways.
whatnot.
Snap. Okay, let's talk about the stock market.
Yeah.
pull up,
So
this one?
that link first. This is kind of old because this was like last Thursday or Friday when
Gosh.
when Trump first introduced the tariffs and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Where the markets were really really in the gutter. The futures were down to like 5% or something.
This was on April 4th,
which
and they
was-
said the stock market news April 4th, Dow tumbles 2,200 points. Bonds rally after China retaliates tariffs against Trump. China to apply a 34% tariff on U.S. goods.
Dude, imagine what they're gonna apply now.
And then we put 104% on them.
Dude, it's just like nothing out of China's like it's just gonna be like fucking. Dude, an iPhone's gonna cost like $3,000 now.
Yeah, that's fucking good.
People are gonna revolt in the streets once an iPhone costs $3,000. It's gonna be like,
Yeah.
put the fucking tariffs off
You're
for China
fucking-
right now.
When you're trying in your TikTok shop, merch takes fucking
Yeah, when you can't even get it because if they
cost
send it in
literally
here,
like double or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah, they also destroyed the de minimis loophole.
Yeah.
which probably kind of destroys TikTok Shop as well
Yeah.
as Temu and Shein. Which personally, I'm not entirely against destroying Shein. I've talked about this before.
Yeah.
I don't really have that much sympathy for TikTok Shop, Shein,
Yeah.
or Temu because I don't really like those companies. But
yeah.
destroying the de minimis loophole is stupid still. I still
Yeah.
think that because now your
Because
fucking
it-
grandma in fucking China
Yeah.
trying to send you something is going to
gonna,
pay
like-
104% tariff, even if it's just like a fucking birthday card. Because there's no de minimis loophole anymore, which the de minimis loophole, if you guys don't know, is a certain dollar amount.
Yeah, isn't it like
that-
700 or
I
something?
think something like that.
It's like a couple hundred
Obama
bucks.
raised it, and
Oh,
that
okay.
exploded like the e-commerce scene
Yeah.
under his term. But or maybe it was by I don't remember who someone raised it. Anyways, yeah. So it was like if you got someone say your grandma in Canada sent you an Xbox or whatever, it was under a certain amount of money, then you wouldn't have to go through customs or pay a tariff or a tax, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it was just a way of doing that, but it was manipulated by Temu and Shein and and Amazon to just like get around customs and paying taxes and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
It's also like if you have a relative in China or someone that lives there, if they're never gonna send you anything anymore because
Yeah,
it's
they're-
just gonna fucking cost way too much.
Exactly.
It's gonna cost like
I mean,
thousands of dollars, maybe. Who knows?
4%.
Because it's like a tax on top of whatever it's valued at. I think
it's insane.
it's just insane. But yeah, like this is when it was in bear market territory. I don't know if it's in bear market territory anymore.
What's that thing where you see all the squares? What's it called? Like what I'm talking about?
Oh, like
All of the stock, the whole stock market.
oh, just like what? Yeah, Yahoo News or something. Yahoo Stock Market Finance.
Well, stock market squares. What do you call it? God dang it! Stock market map, maybe. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Okay,
I
this
was
is-
wondering like how people found like where.
Right now we're actually up a little bit.
Yeah. Can you? Is there like a where you can go back to a certain date or anything? Wait. There you go.
1 week performance. This
Oh
is the
my-
one. Okay, so interestingly,
Healthcare companies. That's the only
United
thing.
Healthcare.
Nice.
Oh my God.
It's up 6%.
That's hilarious. Everything else is
insane.
down. Wait, what's this?
Information technology services.
Bro, everything else is down except for healthcare companies.
Healthcare and
fucking
information technology
hilarious.
serious. Get in.
Yeah, I bet.
Get
fucking
in now. Get in
private-
now.
Private prisons probably up too. Where's that at? Is it on here somewhere?
It probably is, but it's in
mean,
some
like,
it's in
medic-
some like other like category. Medical devices companies are
Devices
down.
Capital market
Berkshire
insurance is
Is
down.
that Berkshire Hathaway? I think it is. BRK.
Oh
The
yeah.
one that's down 6%.
Yeah. You interactive bankers. Is that what it says?
Interactive. That's never mind.
Look at this. Is insane.
Dude, that's
This is just-
insane.
This is just a 1 week performance.
Dude, that stinks. Nvidia's down like 8%.
Damn. And Microsoft down. Apple's down 20%.
Bro, because their iPhones are made in China, like assembled and put together in China. It's like designed in California, and then they ship the design to China and they put them together in China.
Jeez. Amazon's down like 9%. Tesla's down 12%. Hell yeah.
Tesla's earnings are, when's the 22nd? Like next week? So
It's like, yeah.
next week. Dude, Tesla's earnings comes out and I'm pretty sure that stock is gonna fucking tank.
Yeah.
I hope it does.
Which,
tank.
Another reason that I'm sad about this is because now Tesla's stock, it just looks like they're oh well, stuff's falling right now.
Yeah, 20.
It's not because of anything we did. It's just because of the stock.
Yeah,
now it's like I wish that Tesla was still an outlier.
Tesla, I love Tesla. Computer, it's a computer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Everything's computer.
That's like the funny thing, and then everything else is like,
dude, it is so goofy.
But yeah, anyways, like, and also the J.P. Morgan recession chances.
Yeah, let's look at this.
Look at that.
So you just read this article.
Yeah, so the global brokerage J.P. Morgan, which is everyone knows what J.P. Morgan is, like an international,
firm, right?
Yeah, investment banking firm. They raised their recession odds up to 60%. I'm not sure what it was before, but that's definitely not good.
Yeah.
It was a 40% before, so 20% increase. That's a great sign.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Brokerages expect more Fed rate cuts if tariffs remain.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let me read like maybe a couple. So April 4th has been corrected to show JP Morgan's probability at 40%, not at 60 in the latest 60-40, not 40% in the table. JP Morgan ratcheted up its odds for the U.S. global recession to 60% as brokerage scrambled to revise their forecast models with tariff distress threatening snap businesses and global market growth. Yeah, that's one thing is like our growth has like, because with the stock market, how it was performing under Biden, which I know Trumpers are going to be like, Biden was a terrible president. He was bad in certain ways.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially abroad.
Yeah.
But
and
like,
up top.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Abroad and up top. So pretty much like, honestly, the most important aspects. The only amazing thing that he did, I think, was he's actually the Build Back Better, which is like with the CHIPS Act and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
is where we're building chips in house. But dude, the Republicans are like, no, we're gonna cut that. I think soon.
And we're gonna do tariffs and expect the stuff that he built to work still.
Yeah, exactly. So like, hopefully they don't kill that. But he tariffed China on their semiconductor chips. So, but he didn't fucking put 104% tariff on that.
Yeah,
that's just stupid. He's not that incompetent.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. Like, I hope they don't kill that because that would be cool to just have that made in America. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's cool to have things made in America, but
yeah, I mean, he did some good stuff. I'm not the biggest Biden head, but he did do some good stuff. He tried to forgive student loans.
He did. He tried. He did a lot though.
He did some stuff.
Yeah,
he did some stuff. I mean,
he did the Inflation Reduction Act.
He didn't do anything really bad. Other than
war crimes.
But
that's really bad.
Otherwise.
Yeah, otherwise, at least at home.
Yeah, at home, it was just like, okay, I mean, this is fine, but like, it should be like better. He should have done it stronger, basically.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff he did was like, okay, that was good, but he should have gone further with it and like, pushed harder for some of the stuff instead of just like giving up when things got a little bit of pushback.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it is not the worst. But it's so funny to be like, under Biden, we had such crazy inflation, and he just was clearly incompetent and so old. Let's elect the oldest guy ever in office who's even more incompetent and also literally is campaigning on putting blanket tariffs on everything, and now he's doing it, and now everything's going up exponentially.
Yeah, and also he's like, Trump's going to be 79 in June.
Yeah.
He's actually doing a military parade on his birthday.
Oh, my God.
So that's...
I saw that thing.
Apparently, actually, like, that was already planned. Like... It was just already planned, but it happened to be on Trump's birthday. So
it was funny. I saw this thing. It was Fox News. People like freaking out about Biden checking his watch during like a military.
Oh, dude, I literally saw that. I'm like,
so like they were freaking out about that, but then Trump didn't even attend the same event.
Yeah,
he literally didn't show.
Dude, Trump's
playing
been
golf.
Dude, Trump's already played golf like more than he did in his first term. He just doesn't give a shit anymore.
He's totally checked out.
Like in his first term, he still didn't really give a shit, but he was like keeping the optics, I guess, of it like clean and like as he did care, but like he's never given a shit.
Why does he have to care?
Yeah, I mean, he's a fucking billionaire already, so it doesn't matter to him.
He doesn't have to worry about going to jail anymore.
Yeah, dude, he literally can do any. I mean, like he can do anything he wants. Like,
Kill a guy on what is it?
he can kill a guy on 6th Avenue or whatever he said
Yeah.
in like the 90s, dude. It was crazy. He's like, yeah, I can kill a guy on 6th Avenue and the Republican voters would still vote for me because they're the dumbest fucking voters ever.
I'm telling you, Trump was woke as fuck.
Dude, Trump was woke back in the 90s.
I know.
It's just like he got shut.
He's still a capitalist, so
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was still like, his dad, Fred Trump's, like real estate stuff in the 80s or whatever.
his wife.
Literally got investigated by the Department of Justice because he was discriminating against black tenants. I mean,
God.
and Trump's too. So
Oof.
yeah, yeah.
So it wasn't that woke.
No, he
He was
wasn't
optically woke though.
He was optically woke,
optically woke.
but he wasn't woke.
yeah, he wasn't woke.
He wasn't like, oh yeah, sure, I don't mind people of color being in my rentals.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
But
yeah, fun
that's just
stuff.
like, I mean, it's doomer stuff. That
It
is.
I mean,
It's hard not to be.
it is really hard not to be. Oh, we should talk about the protest.
Oh yeah.
So,
how's
okay.
that? Talk,
Yeah, right,
talk
you
me
know,
through.
you didn't go to that.
I really wanted to fucking go, but I woke up at like 12. and I
Yeah.
was like,
So last weekend, there you guys probably saw there was mass mobilization all across the country.
Yeah.
With the hands-off protest, where it was like people just getting together with signs, with speeches, stories to tell, expressing their anger and everything going on at every state capital,
Yeah.
especially DC, and also every local area as well.
yeah, it was like all 50 states, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I
There
saw.
was some like middle America places that had like barely any. I saw a map and it was like on everywhere on the on both like sides
Yeah.
were like packed with a bunch of protests. For some reason, like in the middle there was a big gap. I don't know why. But anyways, there's a lot in California and Florida,
Oh, yeah.
interestingly. But it was just like people getting together to mobilize and show how many people are fucking pissed about everything going on.
Yeah.
And it was really, to me, inspiring because like we were just saying, like I feel like I am just total doomer. Like I open my feed, like I said earlier, I just see bodies and children being blown up, and
my feed.
and Trump's ruining the economy this way and this way and this way, and they're getting this and they're killing this and they're deporting these people here, and
Yeah.
they said they can do it anyways, and they're ignoring judges, and I'm just like, everything's crazy, everyone is crazy. How
Yeah.
do people still look at this shit?
I
and
know.
go, I like this guy still. He's doing what I want him to do.
This is my guy.
Yeah, I'm so
know?
glad that he's raising the price of my avocados so that I can subsidize tax cuts for billionaires and kill children in Palestine. But so it's really, really easy to get wrapped up in all of this and be like,
Yeah.
everything fucking sucks and everybody sucks. Like,
Yeah.
people believe that this guy's doing what they want him to do. I don't understand. Like, it's fucking crazy. It's
Yeah.
hard to wrap your head around, and it's really easy to like feel like you're losing your mind a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
I think going to this protest really, really helped me a little bit, actually, because there was so many people there. And this is just my local place. Like, this isn't even like a statewide place.
Yeah.
It's just a local area in my city. And it was packed. I saw an old guy
Oh yeah.
who he was a veteran, and he had a little sign that said like Veterans for Trans Rights. I saw someone had like a Eat the Rich, someone had you can't spell Elon without felon or whatever.
Yeah.
There was like,
oh yeah, that's a good one.
Putin, come grab your weird friend.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
so many good ones. I met a former senator, which is kind of cool.
Oh yeah, gosh.
Senator
that guy.
Edwards. There
Phew,
was
man.
I also met some local politicians, cool stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But it was inspiring for me to see that like there's a lot of people that genuinely care about these things. And it just felt good. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was, and then I saw all the stuff online as well. And I mean, let me look up some of this.
Yeah,
Like,
pull up some
it
pictures.
was fucking crazy.
It's cool that my mom and Jason, I saw the pictures with
Yeah.
them. That's cool that they biked out there.
Yeah, there was I saw his mom and his stepdad, which is pretty cool. And There was a guy dressed up like Trump.
Oh
that
yeah.
you could throw tomatoes at. So I did that a couple
I
times.
have done that.
Yeah.
That would have been so cool.
It was fucking hilarious. Okay, let's see if this is hands-off protesters across U.S. rally against President Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Yeah, here's like some of the signs. We got get rid of waste, fraud, and abuse. Trump, Vance, and Musk. Over 1,400 hands-off mass action protests were held at state capitals, federal buildings, congressional offices, Social Security headquarters. That's where the one that I went to was. It was at the Social Security.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it was at the admin building.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Parks and city halls throughout the entire country. Anywhere we can make sure they hear us, organizers said. Hands off demands an end to the billionaire power grab, where whether you are mobilized by the attacks on our democracy, the slashing of jobs, the invasion of privacy, or the assault on our services, this moment is for you. This event, Flyer State, we're set out to build a massive, visible national rejection of this crisis. Nearly 600,000 people had signed up to attend the events, which some took place in major cities like London and Paris, according to Indivisible. One of the organizations leading the movement, in collaboration with a nationwide coalition that includes civil rights organizations, veterans, women rights groups, labor unions, and LGBTQ advocates. CNN has not been able to independently verify how many people attended the Saturday's demonstrations, but hands-off organizers say that millions of people turned up from coast to coast. Which, I mean, undoubtedly there was millions of people there.
Dude, imagine like going to the one at DC.
Dude, yeah, and the one there was also simultaneously a Palestine protest.
The free. That one was pretty big too.
It was massive.
Yeah.
Look up how many people. DC. Oh shit.
Dang.
Keyboard is weird.
Yeah.
Palestine protest. I think there was thousands of people there. Oh, this is a video.
Oh. I mean, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
On April 5th, thousands joined anti-Trump protests across the U.S., including multiple
Fund housing, not bombs.
For real, though.
Washington, D.C.
I am here to demand an end to the genocide. I am here to demand an arms embargo, and I am here to demand an end to the deportations and repression against the Palestine movement.
You got like Let Gaza Live, U.S. is sending weapons for genocide, Free Mahmoud Khalil, all that stuff. Yeah, it's really, honestly, was very inspiring for me, not only to see all of these people protesting all across the country against the Trump administration and everything going on that's crazy there, but also seeing thousands of people gather in support of Palestine was really cool too. And also at my local one that I went to, a lot of people with Free Palestine. They had
there were some signs.
There was a few people with flags, Palestine flags, Palestine shirts. I saw a guy with the Hassan shirt, which is pretty.
Oh,
cool.
nice. Oh yeah,
I didn't get to talk to him.
Dang, you should have talked to the Hassan.
I wish I went up and talked to the fellow Hassan head, but I did not. It just made me feel like, okay, there are millions of people across the country right now that care about these things enough to get out and go to a protest. Like it shows that, I don't know, people really care.
Yeah.
The cause is just, and you just need to keep, doing what you can.
Yeah.
I
definitely want to go to the next one for sure. I just couldn't make it to this one.
Yeah.
There will definitely be more. I'm sure there will.
Oh yeah, there'll totally be more. I don't know. It was just inspiring. And also like I said, there was all this Palestine stuff up, and I was like kind of like, because liberals.
Oh yeah.
Today's world.
I was so I've tried to stop watching the Hassan archive channel.
Yeah, the weird
I've tried. I watched it I think one time this week just because like that channel just posts.
You can block it, so it doesn't show.
Yeah, I guess I can. I don't know. The channel just posts like so many good clips.
They're very good at posting the clips. Yeah.
So, but I have been watching I think it was like Hassan, like Reels or the other
ones.
Yeah. One of the other ones. Apparently, at the end of the videos on the other one, it has like Hassan saying like, this clips channel is like the best clip channel or whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah, I've been watching that one mostly though, and I was watching one on that one about like him talking about the hands-off protests and how there wasn't a whole lot of Palestinian like advocacy really, and I think Hassan was saying like I think it was just to find like common ground or something, and like even though some people are kind of like I don't know. It's weird to say it, but some people are weird about that.
Yeah.
So it's just like it was just like kind of like to find common ground on one issue, which is like Donald Trump, Elon Musk, JD Vance, and like the whole Trump admin. So
which definitely happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it definitely did happen.
Definitely would have liked to see more pro-Palestine stuff, but I think it was really, really powerful to see that one in DC.
Yeah.
Which thousands of people attended.
Yeah. And Hassan spoke at it for like
Hassan
3
did
minutes.
speak
He
there.
kind of like came up with something on the fly.
He went up there, said something for a second, then they went off.
Yeah.
But it was also, but at the local place that I went to, there was a lot of pro-Palestine
that's
stuff.
good.
And I was kind of thinking that. I was like, I don't know, liberals can be weird about Palestine stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't see anyone like scowling or say anything. I think it's more popular than the people in our government give it credit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think a lot of people are not, the most fond of seeing dead babies every day.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Gosh, I can't imagine seeing that I mean, like, I don't follow like what you follow, like
so many different pages.
Different pages. That
I probably
cover
follow
that
like
stuff.
25 pages that are like.
I should probably
Palestine
follow
Creators
one
for
at
Peace.
least, but I don't follow a lot of those.
They're the Peace, the Middle East Monitor, all these different things.
Yeah, I think I follow Democracy Now. They're really good at
Democracy
reporting
Now!
that
Too.
stuff. I actually need to finish the one video they made. It's like a 2-part series about Elon Musk's family history and apartheid.
I have that.
I actually want to talk about that for a second. Some of the stuff that I like learned about. So, Elon Musk's like family in like South Africa didn't start until like early on, like I think the 50s, and his wealth, Elon Musk's family wealth, didn't start until his dad came around. I think his name was like Aaron Musk, or it's with an E. I know.
He's still alive, right?
Yeah, he's still alive. He's
crazy.
He's on his fucking raised a stepdaughter when she's 4 years old and put a baby in her.
Yeah, he elaborate on that for people who don't know.
Yeah, so Elon Musk's dad, I guess it was I don't really know the full story. I just know like what he did. He raised this girl that was his stepdaughter. Still fucking weird as shit though, because you know the girl since he was raising her since she was like 4, and then married her and had a kid with her.
He married her too?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. So it's weird as shit.
That's really weird.
It's weird as shit. And yeah, it's
Raised her
just
since she was
fucking
4?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Disgusting. Makes me want to fucking shoot myself.
Yeah. This is the guy that this is the guys whose son we're taking advice on family values from.
Yeah.
Also, the guy with like 15 kids from 40 different women or whatever the hell.
Yeah. It's like, no, it's like 14 kids from like 4 different women.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
That is crazy. Anyways.
But yeah, and they have an emerald mine, or I don't know if they still have it or not. It's kind of, I don't know. It's been like a week or two since I've like watched the video, but I mean, it was definitely interesting. I mean, I know Elon Musk's grandfather started a Nazi movement in Canada in the early 1930s.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then
he's taken after his grandpa.
It was weird. The party, I mean, it was Nazi for sure, but it was also like against democracies. Like it was pretty much like for like overthrowing democracies in America. And once Hitler invaded Poland, the Canadian officials raided the party headquarters and arrested everyone.
Oh my gosh.
And then turns out there was dispatch from like Nazi Germany from like Hitler's cabinet to them, I guess giving them tips or whatever, or I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
But it was
love what you guys are doing.
Yeah, it was definitely like crazy.
That
for
is
sure.
crazy. I mean, that doesn't really surprise me.
Yeah.
Given who Elon Musk is. And,
Yeah.
I mean, just from being a rich white South African.
Yeah, there's some bad things.
There's some inherent, usually some inherent situation there.
Yeah.
That comes from that. But yeah, I mean, Elon Musk seemingly relates to his grandpa in their ideology.
Yeah, and he throws up the Sig Heil.
He throws the Sig Heil and funds like fascist uprisings.
Yeah,
not only here,
in Germany.
In Germany, I don't know if he funded that one, but he at least like.
I mean, he spoke
participated at it.
Participated pretty hard. He's like,
AFD.
We need to make Germany great again. Ha ha ha.
Stop. We need to forget about everything we did.
Yeah, he literally said, he's like, forget about your history. You can be free. I'm like, what the fuck are you saying?
You gotta move on.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's dark humor, liberals. Get used to it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Dark humor. Jokes. Make comedy legal again. Ha.
Yeah, the left wants to make comedy illegal. Stop.
Oh, God.
All right.
Actually,
well,
oh, wait.
what were you gonna say?
I watched Your Mom's House thing, Tom Segura and stuff, and it was funny how no, it wasn't even that. It was Two Bears One Cave. He had a guest on. I forget who it was, but they were kind of poking at Elon Musk. It was funny.
Nice. Well, my camera's about to die.
All
I
right.
see it flashing at me. So We've done it though.
Yeah, we've done it.
Thanks for watching.
We're professional yappers.
Yeah, we are.
Even with like
just entirely politics this time, but
yeah.
that's okay. So we didn't even talk about how we're gonna be.
Let's do it real quick. Real quick.
Okay, we gotta do it before my camera dies. So we're gonna be doing bi-weekly now. We're gonna be posting every other Saturday.
Yeah.
So the reason we're doing this is because I'm broke and I don't have the money to pay Zach every single week, and also I just kind of want to Oh, my camera died. Well, that's okay. I'll just talk without me being able to see me. Here, I can.
Yeah. Still my camera. Still. Ow, shit. No, you're good.
So, this is me. I'm talking to you through Ryder's
Help!
camera. Yeah, Ryder's in the basement now. Don't worry about him. Anyways, no. So we're gonna be doing bi-weekly now. Ryder's doing. We're gonna be doing bi-weekly now because I don't have any money and all that stuff. But also, just I think, I don't know. I think it would be better. I think I want to reevaluate.
It'll be based.
It'll be based. Then we can make comedy legal.
Yeah.
No, I think that if we do bi-weekly, we can maybe kind of reevaluate where we're at because we're in this weird area where I feel like we don't cover anything. Usually we come in here and we're like, all right, what do we talk about?
Yeah.
Well, we got all this stuff that's going on in the news. Let's still talk about that.
Yeah.
And so we talk about that, which is fine, and I enjoy doing that. But it's like, are we gonna do that or are we gonna do something else? It feels like we just need to reevaluate a little bit and figure out the main topic.
Yeah.
Which I'm totally fine with pivoting and becoming full on political podcast.
Yeah, I would be
Maybe
good.
we
with
can talk about that.
Yeah,
but
I'm open to talk about that.
All right, but we'll see. I don't know. We're gonna continue to upload though, just less often.
Yeah,
and definitely want to continue the podcast. We're just taking one step back just to reevaluate, save some money, all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know. But also with a political podcast, it's kind of hard to do bi-weekly because everything goes on so fucking much.
Yeah, or we could just increase the length by a little bit, but that's
do that too. And we could also, if we decide to become entirely political, we could just maybe even post more often. I don't know. We'll see.
Like clips.
More
clips or
more clips. Yeah.
Like a 2-hour podcast every other week and clip, or maybe even film just like shorter. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time.
See you.
Here, I'll let anyone over you so you can say bye.
Bye. Help me.
All right. Peace.
Peace.